The Cerebell EEG system is composed of a handheld EEG recorder, a single-use headband containing 10 electrodes, and a cloud portal for storing and reviewing EEGs. In this video, we will cover headband setup, recorder setup and recording, brain stethoscope, ending the recording, charging, and storage. Begin by retrieving the Cerebell recorder from the charging station and one headband. Support the patient's neck with 1 or 2 rolled towels to create a space between the back of the head and the pillow. This will minimize the pressure from the headband electrodes. Remove any glasses or hair accessories and tuck long hair behind the patient's ears. With the cable oriented downwards and behind the patient's head, place the headband around the patient's head. Attach and secure the clasp on the forehead. The elastic headband can accommodate almost all adult head sizes. There are 2 clasp positions for different head sizes. We recommend trying the inner clasp first. Make sure the headband is centered on the forehead and positioned right above the patient's brow line. It is best to untie ponytails and move bangs out of the way of the headband. Slide the rear portion of the headband down so that it fits just above the ears. Ensure that there is space between the back of the headband and the pillow for less pressure. Assess the patient's head for wounds and do not turn on electrodes that cover a wound. Confirm with a physician when in doubt. If needed, you can position the headband to avoid any wounds. Notify the ordering physician and also use the Add Note function of the EEG recorder to note this in the recording. Press the power button on top of the recorder to turn it on. If the blue LED is lit, the recorder is already on. A short press of the power button turns the screen on and off. The recorder is already configured, and there is no need to change any of the settings. Starting from the home screen, touch the Record button. Follow the software prompts and enter the patient's information. Once completed, you need to confirm the patient information. You cannot edit the information once the recording starts. After confirmation, the electrode screen is displayed. Plug the headband into the recorder. All electrodes should be displayed as red. If the electrodes are gray, the cable is not fully plugged in. Unplug and replug the cable so that the electrodes turn red. To prepare the electrodes, you need to rotate and then squeeze. Rotate the electrode knobs back and forth for 7 complete rotations. 1 complete rotation consists of both the clockwise and counterclockwise turns. This allows the electrode to part the hair and clean the scalp, so be sure to apply gentle pressure towards the patient's head during the rotations. After 7 complete rotations, return the electrode to the upright position. Firmly squeeze the plunger into the knob with both thumbs using full force. This dispenses the conductive electrode gel. As you dispense the gel, be sure to continue applying gentle pressure towards the patient's head. Repeat this prep process for the remaining electrodes. Once all 10 electrodes have been prepped, check the device for the electrode connection status. If an electrode connection is good, it will be displayed as green. Red indicates a poor connection. Note that you must prepare at least 2 electrodes on each side of the head in order to get connection status readings. In this case, electrode 3 still has a poor connection and is displayed in red, while all the other electrodes are properly set up. To fix it, rotate electrode 3 5 more complete rotations and then squeeze the plunger further to dispense any remaining electrode gel. With all electrodes in green, touch the Record button to begin recording. Verify that the Record and Wi-Fi icons on the screen indicate that the recording and Wi-Fi are both on. When connected to the hospital Wi-Fi network, the Ceribell recorder streams EEG data in real time to a secure cloud server. Physicians can access the portal anywhere with an internet connection and authorized access. You can check the recording status at any time by touching Home and then Record. If at any point during the recording you identify a portion of the EEG that should be noted, touch the flag button on the lower left side of the screen. Flags can be labeled as possible seizure, patient movement, headband adjustment, or a customized note. To view the EEG waveforms, go to the Home page and touch the Display button. The brain stethoscope is a feature developed by Ceribell to differentiate normal brain activity from seizures by converting EEG into sound. To use the brain stethoscope function, press the blue brain stethoscope button on the front of the device, or touch the sound button on the home screen. You can listen to either hemisphere of the brain by selecting left or right. To adjust the volume, press the plus or minus buttons on top of the recorder. With the brain stethoscope function, a normal brain sounds like white noise. A seizing brain has a distinctive, rhythmic, and repetitive sound. To use the brain stethoscope appropriately, you need to complete a different module on the Ceribell training website. To stop a recording, go to the home screen and touch the Record button. Then touch the Stop Recording button. You can now disconnect the headband from the recorder. Remove the headband and clean the patient's head. Wait for the Wi-Fi upload to complete, and a message will be displayed confirming that the recording was successfully uploaded to the Ceribell EEG portal. The headband can be reapplied to the same patient if a second recording is needed within 24 hours. The headband is for single patient use and should be discarded after its use. We recommend monitoring every 2 hours to check for any signs of skin irritation or pressure sores. Also ensure that none of the electrodes are resting on the rolled towel or pillow. If skin irritation or pressure sores are noted, stop the recording and remove the headband. Notify the ordering physician. In the event the Wi-Fi upload does not complete, you can upload the EEG via USB. You can find an upload guide on the Ceribell training website. After using the recorder, you may clean it with disinfecting wipes. Immediately return the recorder to its charging station. You will see a message displayed on the screen, "Device is charging." There is no need to turn off the recorder while it is charging. It will typically take a couple hours to charge the recorder, but if the battery is completely empty, it will take 8 hours to fully charge. You cannot use the device on patients while it is being charged. After charging, the device is now ready to be used again with a new headband on another patient. If the electrode is still displayed as red after you've tried to fix it, additional electrode gel may be required. A blunt tip syringe and electrode gel are included in the Ceribell kit. Insert the syringe fully into the filling port and administer about 1 milliliter of electrode gel. Hold down the plunger or squeeze the plunger after administering additional electrode gel. If an electrode connection becomes poor during a recording, the device will display a message prompting you to check the electrode connections. The device will still record even if there is a poor electrode connection, but it is best to fix the connection as soon as you notice the prompt. To fix the connection, touch the Pause Recording and Check Electrodes button, and repeat the original steps for electrode preparation. Once all electrode connections are fixed, touch the Resume Recording button. Note that it is important to always check the electrode connections after moving a patient. The headband and recorder are not MRI compatible. It is important to remove the headband and recorder from the patient before entering the MRI room. It is also best to remove the headband and recorder from the patient during CT imaging, since they are radio-opaque and could interfere with the area being imaged. Finally, remember these top 10 tips. Always support the patient's head to minimize pressure from the electrodes. Pull hair bangs out of the way of the electrodes. Assess wounds on the head. Do not prepare any electrodes that are over a wound. Rotate electrodes 7 times, then press down. Apply gentle pressure towards the head when preparing each electrode. Prepare at least 2 electrodes on each side for the recorder to show green. Press record, and then check that the recording has started and Wi-Fi is connected. Always check electrode connection after moving the patient. Remove the headband and the recorder before MRI or CT. Always charge the recorder when not in use. If you have any questions when using Ceribell, you can always call the Ceribell support line found on the back of the recorder.